All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Let's go with the lesson. Today, we are having a special lesson about getting help with the Rocky Linux operating system. So let's go ahead and follow up the guide that we have created for today's lesson. So welcome to this short lesson. We'll learn how to find help and understand commands in Rocky Linux. Whether you are a beginner or brushing up on your skills, knowing how to access command information is crucial. Let's get started. So we're going to use the man command, short for manual, is your go-to resource for detailed information about commands. So basically you type man followed by the command that you want to learn about. In this case, let's try with sudo. Let's go to the terminal and type man and then space sudo. And then you see it is like a Bible, like a guide step by step in detail. It's showing you how to use sudo correctly. It has a lot of information which is very useful for you to use. So you can go over the document and read it. Remember that you can use a space to go from page to page. It's basically space. Let's go until the end of the document. It's a lot of information. And then the letter B to go back one page at a time and read the document successfully. There you go. So basically it says the description, the sudo allows a permitted user to execute a command as a super user or another user. And then you see the option with -A. Normally, if sudo requires a password, it will read it from the user's terminal. If the capital letter A option is specified, probably a graphical helper program is executed. Example, we have the path, and then we have a specific path that we are adding information to. As far as we are concerned, the important here is that when you are trying to add permissions as root user or a specific permission to a group, you can edit with the sudo sudo command and then add information, add a specific user to a group, add permissions and add the options to run all the different commands. That's the most important thing that we have to focus about this in this tutorial. So let's use the colon and then the letter Q to quit the interface, and let's continue with this guide. So let's go ahead and use man space ls is the next command. And it is another one that we're learning about. If you type ls space -A, it will show basically directories that are hidden information. If you type the L that we have used a lot is for long listing format. If you type with the Q, it prints instead of non-graphic characters, the -Q. The R is reverse. Let's use some of them. Let's use some of them real quick. Two column and then Q. If we type ls -L, you see the listing of the directories, ls -la. You see the hidden files. Basically, these are the hidden files. So that is basically it. That is basically it, how we start using it. Now, the sudo parted is what we're going to look into it. Let's go with the sudo parted and run that one at this moment, sudo parted, and add the password. Now, let's go run help, and you will see additional information on how to use the sudo parted command. Especially, we are going to use this parted program for future lessons where we are learning about partitions and how to do the administrations of the different partitions and tables. So we are going to learn about this later on during the course. Okay, so what about quit? How do we quit if we are there learning about the gparted command and the processes? Okay, again, a colon and then the letter Q, as in Quebec, we should be able to quit. But it looks like there is actually the word quit. So it is quit what we need to type there, and look at that. We are able to quit successfully with no problems there. Now the help. We're going to type the following command. Let's run this one. There you go. You're learning about if config and different options to use the if config with the -- help. What if we are typing something incorrectly? Let's say who www, then it will tell us that it really doesn't really understand www. Now we type who alone, but it will give us different options that we have with the who command. Ah, look at that, the -a, -p, and so on. It is very, very useful, especially when you want to learn about a command. What about man -- help? Let's write that. There you go. Different options to use the manual command. Okay, very, very, very good. Let's see if there's something else that we learned today. Oh, the cut. We're going to use the cut. So we use cut that -help and then enter. Different options to cut text and do filters. All right, it seems like we're getting to the end of the lesson. So let's see if there's something else that we need to know about. The man sudo command is something that we have already done previously, if I'm not mistaken. Let's try that one. I think we already used that one. It was for the manual for the sudo command. Yeah, we already ran most of these commands. Okay, the ls, the help, the parted, the quit, the cut, and the help. Right. Looks like we have covered about most of the commands. Let's try with this one, IP address. And you see IP address, all the options that we have to run the IP address with the command. It is very useful and interesting how we can learn about the Linux operating system and the different uses with the help and the man command. So that is basically about everything for this lesson. We are able to wrap up. Remember, the last command that we are running right now is man space IP space address. And that is everything for today. Take care, guys, and have a great day.